Hey there guys, thanks for joining us on another board game night. Tonight we are playing Ember, the magical card game from District 31. With me I have Carla, hey Carla, and Alex,
Hi.
hey Alex, and myself Jason. Right, so basically this is Ember, the magical card game. We did the preview Kickstarter video when it was out on Kickstarter, and now we've come back to revisit it. The three of us did the video, so we thought it would be good to do the actual overview video now when it's out in circulation. So I'll go through the whole palaver of explaining the overview rules of how the game works, and then we'll do a little gameplay turn where we film us playing through a round or two, and then we'll come back at the end and tell you what we think and discuss a bit about the game. So out here in front of us we have 13 different piles of 3 cards each. Each one of them are different creatures that have different abilities. For example, over here, we have the Pegasus card. That's the name of the card there. It has the victory points and the cost, so it's worth 9 victory points at the end of the game. Over here, it tells you what you need to conjure this. So you need 4 card run of the same element. Now I'll get to that in a minute. And this tells you it's a tap ability, revive up to 2 lesser creatures in play. Lesser creatures being creatures with less victory points. So all the creatures in this row have the same cost, which is 4 card run of the same element, but they all have different abilities. For example, you just saw the Pegasus one. The Lamia has copy and use the ability of any lesser face-up creature in play until end of turn. And the Firefox has once in your turn you may discard any one card you have just drawn and draw another. So as you can see, they all have the same cost, but they have different abilities. So that just depends on what you're trying to do on your turn. We each start with 5 cards from the draw deck, and when we on our turn, the first thing you can do is you can either draw a card, discard a card to draw a card up to your maximum hand size, or you can refresh, which is ditch your entire hand to draw 5 new ones. Then you get to conjure 1 creature on your turn. You don't have to, but obviously you're trying to. We're playing the standard game, which is 20 victory points. So the first person to reach 20 points can call it, and that'll end the game. Everyone counts up the victory points they got from flipped creatures, and the winner is the one of the most. It's a pretty quick game, so we'll get started in a minute, and then we'll come back to you with a little bit of a gameplay turn. Guys, got any questions?
No. I don't know.
Okay then. Okay, let's do this. Okay, so this is the gameplay turn. This is a very fast game. So we've had 1 rotation, so we each got to summon some stuff. I summoned a Manta, which is 3 cards of the same element to focus in, which is ability. For 1 turn, I can flip it to draw 2 extra cards. So that's quite good. I like that. Alex got Krampus, which is 3 card run of the same element. So he played, say, a 4, 5, or 6, or a 7, 8, 9, and he can reduce the victory point of one particular creature by -3. And he's got 4 victory points at the moment. I've got 3, and Carla's got 3, and she's also bought the Anglerfish, which does what?
It steals the top card of the charred pile.
So that's pretty good. This is the charred pile, which is basically the cards we've used. So I'm the next player. The first thing you can do on your turn, as I said in the overview, is you can discard a card to draw a card. So at the moment, our hand limit is 5. I have nothing that allows me to extend that. So I'm going to ditch a card, which allows me to draw a new card. Okay. So just to show you my hand, that's what I've got. So it's not terrible, but I would have liked a better one. So that's potentially something, or that's potentially something. That is garbage. Okay, so I am going to use my Manta's ability, because I want to try and maximize what I can do. So I'm going to flip it over, which allows me to draw 2 more cards. Now, this would extend me over my hand limit, but that's fine, as long as at the end of the turn I don't go... So if I spend this now, I can't... at the end of the turn, I have to go back down to 5. Okay, what have I got? Actually, that's not terrible. So, show you my hand again. I drew, I think it was this and this. So, I'm Now, obviously I can show you quickly. There's a lot of things to look at. So I can go... I haven't got any matching wizards. Not that I'm going to tell them. But I know what I'm going to get. I know what I'm going to get. 4 cards of the same element. So I've got a 12. I have a 5, a 4, and a 1. So that's 4 water cards. I'm going to put them into the charred pile. And then that allows me to take 4 cards of the same element. I'm not even going to look. I'm just going to take the Minotaur. I don't even care what it does. A Minotaur belongs with me. Actually, it's not terrible anyway. It allows me to, there's a one-time flip ability, look at the opponent player's hand, and swap any number of cards with one from my own. With ones from my own. So if Carla had some really good cards, i.e. there's wizards in these are like archmages in these decks, I could swap them for shitty cards in my hand. Okay, so that's me done my conjure. I spend 4 cards to conjure then, so I get to draw up 4 cards again, but only to a maximum. So I got 3 cards already, so I can only draw 2 more. So I draw 2 to replace my hand. That's what I've got, which is not great, and that ends my turn. So now it goes to Alex. Alex, would you like to ditch any cards?
Yes, I will.
Obviously, the option he has is he can ditch 1 to draw 1, or he can ditch everything to draw 5 new ones, but he won't be able to conjure.
Ditch this mage, I think.
Yeah, green wizard. So,
Whatever.
and you get to draw draw back another card.
Oh yeah.
What's
Oh
the
yeah.
smoke coming out of his head? Okay, Alex, so you got anything good?
Yeah, I did actually.
Alright, so are you going to conjure anything?
No, sadly not yet.
You're not going
But I did get something good.
to... Okay, so does that mean you end your turn now?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so it goes to Carla. So now it's Carla's turn.
So I'm going to use my Anglerfish ability, which
Okay.
allows me to steal the top card of the charred deck.
Now just a note here, you can use creature abilities at any time you want to, except when someone's trying to conjure something. So you can't interrupt their conjure. But what Carla's situation is now, she really wanted that green 2 at the top here. But that means now she has 6 cards in hand. So even if she ditches 1, she can't draw 1 because she still has 5 cards. And there's nothing that increases her hand size. So she won't be able to ditch and draw now.
Alright, so then I'm going to go 2, 3, an Archmage Wizard as my 4.
So just a note on Archmages, you can use them as a wild to basically pretend to be anything else. Or you can use them to make someone flip one of their creatures or unflip one of your creatures. Carla's using it as a wild. So 2, 3, 4, 5. So you've got a 4 card run of any element. Not the same.
So I get to pick between Cerberus, Charon,
Wait,
and the
no,
Nemean
that's...
Lion.
You need a run.
Yeah,
Yes.
she's using the
2,
Joker
3,
as the...
4, 5.
The Joker's the 4.
So, switch a target of any one creature effect to any other valid lesser target in play.
Man, you know what? I just realised I should have used my Minotaur before you conjured. So I could have stolen that Joker.
Look through the charred deck or out of play pile and take any one card.
I'm pretty sure you've got a Joker.
Cancel and prevent any creature from using its full ability. I'm going to take him. I like him.
So the Charon.
So he allows me to look through the charred pile deck or the out of play pile and take any card, any one card.
Okay, so you've used 4 cards. They go
So
into the
these go
charred
into
pile.
the charred pile.
And then you get to replace your hand up to 5 cards. So you get to draw 3 new ones.
2, 3.
And there we go. That is a rotation. So, let's do another rotation. Okay, so it's my turn again. First thing I'm going to do, I think, is I'm going to ditch a card. So I'm going to ditch that to draw a new one. Ugh. Can you believe it? That's what I drew. It's quite annoying. Okay, I'm going to use my minor tool. So I can horned attack. I can look in one player's hand and swap any number cards with cards from my hand. So Carl, I'm going to do yours. Hand it over, sweetie.
No. Bastard. I'm gonna mess up my game now.
Alright. Ooh, look at that. So, she's got some nice cards here. She's got a couple of 12s, a couple of greens, but she's also got a 11, 12, 13. So what do I want out of there?
I would take one of the 11, 12, 13. Because she can buy something with that. That isn't good. You all know that.
You're not supposed to treat your mother like that.
You're not even supposed to be able to see this. Daddy's sharing personal information now.
Alright, what do I want?
You want the 1.
11 or 13.
You need the 1.
11 or 13.
Don't you mess me up.
I think I'm going to take the 11 and 12.
No.
You get to take 2.
Yeah, I can take as many as I want, but I have to replace them with cards of my own.
Oh, you're such a bastard.
So I'm going to replace them with this 9 and 8.
You realise she might be able to buy something with that.
Yes, but I can also buy something with what I just took.
Oh.
So I've used the minor
I
tool,
should have spotted those out for you.
and then alright, I'm gonna use, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go with 2 matching wizards, which is 2 3s. So as you can see there, so I can take anything from this pile here, which is 2 matching wizards. So I can take the eagle, look at the top 3 cards of the child pile and steal 1. Look at the top 3 cards of the draw deck and steal 1. Steal 1 random card from another player. I do like that one as well. But I think I'm going to take the fire owl. So I'll put that there. Could you put those 2 back for me? And then these 2 go back into the charge pile. And then I get to draw 2 new cards. Rubbish. Extra rubbish. And that's my turn done. So now it goes to Alex.
Okay.
Are you going to draw and discard, Alex?
Yes. Yes, I am.
Okay, go for it.
Dun-dun-dun.
Are you going to buy anything yet? Are you got the Krampus?
I'm saving up.
Oh, babe. I'm just telling you, I'm going to end this game quickly. So you better start buying.
Alright, good point.
We're playing to 20 points, and I'm already into double figures, and so is Mom.
And I'm still on 4.
But you could also make one of us lose our victory points. Some of it.
2 matching wizards.
Yeah, so it's what I just had. 2 matching wizards.
I don't have any 2 matching wizards.
So that's the same number as well. So 2 of the same number would be the same wizard.
Oh.
But you can have, like, the wisp is 2 of, what is it? 2 of the same
Can you buy
element.
2?
No,
No.
only 1. But, like, the wisp is 2 of the same element, so if you've got 2 water or 2...
I'm just going to take it. I don't really care. I know I'm going to.
Yeah, these are 2 of the same colour, and that one is 2 of the same number. So, do you have 2 of the same number?
It's 2 matching wizards.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, I do not.
Okay.
So you're doing 2 of the same element, which is 2 air cards. That's a 6 and a 7 as well.
I know.
If you had a 5 or an 8, you could have got a run.
Wow. Wow.
Did you just replace your hand already?
No, not yet, but...
No. Oh, yeah, he's bored. Sorry.
Alright, so that ends your turn. So it goes to Mom.
Alright, I'm gonna ditch that. Okay, I'm going to use my Charon ability, which allows me to go through
The deck and take what you want.
Yeah.
So, while Carla's having a look, I'll show you some of the beautiful artwork from these cards. These also are not all the cards. In the box itself, it comes with more cards for the different elements. Like, for example, there will be 4 or 5 cards for each stack, but you only use 3, so you shuffle them up. So, for example, the 10s here with the Phoenix Hydrogen Harpy, you might have had, say, a Cerberus and something else. You shuffle them up and then just take out 2 random ones and use those 3. So that's what we've done. I also got a few promo cards with mine because they were part of the Kickstarter preview. So, you chosen? Are you going to do any summoning?
6, 7, 8, 9.
Oh, 4 card run. You going to go 5?
No, I can't. You messed that up.
So you get the Nemean line of the Cerberus again. 4 card run of any element. Those are, what are those? 8s. And what did you have here again?
An
8, 16. So she's on 19 points. So 1 more point and she can end the game. But while she's thinking about that, which one are you going to take? You know? That's basically, it'll come back to me and that's the end of the round again. So we don't need to carry on filming. But that's basically the flow and rotation of the game. We're going to finish off the game, which is not going to be much longer. And then we'll come back to you with our thoughts and what we think of the changes Stuart's made.
Nemean Lion.
The Nemean Lion. What does it do?
It allows me to switch the target of any one creature effect to any other valid lesser target in play.
Fair enough. Right, my turn coming up. Okay, so we've tallied up the points. We finished the game not long after you finished watching us play. I have won with 25 points. That is my array of creatures that I've conjured. On my last turn I got the Arachne, but the Pegasus was really good the turn before. It allowed me to refresh 2 of my creatures, which was these 2, to allow me to draw loads more cards again, which is cool. A nice little combo. Carla came second with 19, even though she's minus 3 points, because Alex used his Krampus on her, thinking that she was going to win, but I pipped her to the post, so she's on 19. Even,
I would have won.
Yeah, you would have won. And that 3 points is what she's lost, technically, so that's why she's got that sideways. So that's still pretty good. 19, I got 25, I think I said, or 24, I can't remember. And what did you have, Alex?
13.
13, that's not bad. 13. Okay, so that's it. That was the game. Nice, quick 10-15 minute game. So now we discuss what we thought of it. I've got a few things I'd like to point out. When we did the preview for this on the Kickstarter, some of the things have changed. One of the things that changed is that there's no longer an out-of-game pile, it's just the charred pile. And that was the way the game ended before. If the charred pile, if there was no more cards to refresh into the normal cards, to the draw deck, then that would signify the end of the game, where now you choose a points total. I kind of like that. I think that's better. What do you guys think about that?
Yeah, that's okay.
And you, Alex? You think that's better as well?
Depends.
Come closer. Okay, so that was one of the things that changed. The other thing that's changed slightly is he's made the what you need to recruit cards a little easier. Before it was kind of like poker hands, you needed this or that. Now they've changed slightly, just a little bit, but it's a lot easier to generate cards, because what might have happened before was if someone was really lucky on their turn, they would have got, you know, a really good, say, ability early on, and it's kind of a rich get richer thing. Whereas now I feel you pretty much can buy a card every turn.
Yeah.
Which I think is much better, especially for this type of game where it's fast, quick, sort of light game. You want to be able to do something on your turn rather than just skip. And when we were doing the preview playtesting, I found occasionally some players would just go, well, on my turn I could do nothing, draw, discard, pass, draw, discard, pass. Whereas now I feel like every turn you can do something. How about you? Do you feel...
No, I agree. I think if I have to think back, we played the test copy a few times, and I think I'm pretty sure that at the time there was several occasions where we seemed to cycle through, so I don't want to play now because I can't really do anything. Whereas this time there's quite a nice spread. Although, if I'm not wrong, there are more cards that we can use that changes the dynamic just slightly.
Yeah,
so
you're not always going for the same kind of card.
Exactly, yeah, so there's slightly different abilities available. But there is, I mean, I don't think, other than Alex choosing to pass a couple of times because he didn't want to buy the Wisp or the Eagle or the Jack-o'-lantern, that's a choice. It wasn't that he couldn't do anything, which is definitely better.
How about you, Alex? What do you think? Can you remember that far back?
No, not really. But
Do you felt you had stuff to do on your turn?
yeah, because mostly I won all the time. I remember I won on the video, I think.
Yeah, but in terms of this game, now...
Yeah, I think it's better.
Okay. What else? There was something else I was thinking about. I like the fact that there's variations in the creatures now, so there's quite a lot. I think also when we did a playtest copy, there wasn't 13 piles. I think it went up to maybe 9 or 10.
We skipped some out though.
No, there wasn't a consecutive 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah.
Whereas now I think there is.
Because we missed.
But also, there's still mention of an out of a play pile.
Yeah, I saw that when you were mentioning that. And I was like, I'm not sure. That might be for one of the variants, because the game comes with a couple of variants: a solo play and a sort of a hardcore mode and those sort of things. So, what did you think overall? What did you think of this particular play that we just had, and the practice one before this, and in general of this game?
I still think this is a nice, quick game with interesting. I love the mythical theme anyway, so it's kind of nice picking. Like Jason has picked the Minotaur because it's a Minotaur. It actually didn't matter if it was the worst ability on the board, that would have been the card he picked. So I kind of like the fact that it indulges, the fantasy lover. You get to pick something interesting. But besides that, the game is quick, it's easy, and it's fun. You can play this multiple times. Some games go on a little bit longer, some games are over in a flash. Our first game would have ended at turn 3 if we had stuck to the 15 points. It is quite variable, and I like that. I like the fact that that's the case. I've also noticed, just following some of Stuart's things, I noticed there was a kind of a solitaire pile version. There seems to a lot of options to vary the game slightly, to make it slightly more interesting if you've played it a few times.
The solo variant comes with curses as well.
Yeah, it's very interesting. I like that. I like the fact that you can play with this, and I can see that there's a lot of possibility of expanding. The game isn't so linear that there's nothing that you could possibly vary from this. I can see loads of avenues, and I'm quite looking forward to seeing what comes next.
So what would you rate it out of 10 for this type of genre game? This light, sort of quick filler game.
I think for me it probably place around a 7. I quite happily I'm a Magic the Gathering player, and I would happily sit and play Magic over and over again. This actually fills that need without having to build decks and do all of that. I can just take out this tiny little box and everything is there. So it I don't know, it fills that need for people that enjoy playing cards. I like that element of it. So I think a 7 is quite a nice score for me, I think.
All right. How about you, Alex? What did you think of this game and overall?
Well, generally, I don't really like short games because I like to enjoy it longer.
Okay.
But for this type of game and shortness, I'd say it's pretty good. But even though it's very, very short.
Would you play it more? Like, you like to play it often?
Yeah, it would be one of those games I could take to my friend's house because it's not too difficult and it's quite short.
It's your birthday on Saturday. Should we play this with your friends on Saturday?
I guess so.
How much would you rate it out of 10 for the light filler genre?
Don't know.
So for other games in the same category, games that are card games that are light games, not comparing it to your heavier games, what would you say?
Out of 10.
Out of 10.
10 being good, 1 being I want to burn it. Do you want to think about it, and I'll talk about what I do and then come back to you?
I got it. 8.5.
8.5. Wow, that's pretty good. Okay, for myself, yeah, I think I really enjoy this. It's got some really interesting, nice artwork. I really like the artwork. I kind of like the sort of silhouetted, sort of conjuring element of it. It's really cool. So these are really nice. I like them a lot. I think the mages themselves, even though the artwork is really good, they're not 100% clear of whether or not you sometimes pick them up. Like, for example, like when you look at a card like that, and your immediate reaction is this an earth card or a fire card? Obviously, it's an earth card because of the green, but you know, it's just not always 100% clear. Like that one, you know, that's Carla's favourite one.
Yeah, that one confused me a little bit. I had that one with the green version in hand, and it was just, for a second, I had to stare at it for a few minutes because it was just blowing my mind a little bit. I think it was those two, actually.
So the artwork is really good, but it's just, for a game mechanic, it could be a little clearer what element they are.
I mean, I do love these mages, actually. I have a favourite. In fact, I love the witches. In fact, I think he wins tons of, like, you know, points, brownie points with me for actually taking the time to bring in interesting female characters into the game without it seeming too obvious, like it's there. It's not the token chick in, you know, in basic armor. These are actually, this reminds me of Wicked. It's just lovely. It's nice.
So that was my only real little gripe, I think, if I had to pick something to complain about. I think there's quite almost an infinite amount of different little combos and stuff, especially when you consider that there's different cards to go into a pile. So the games are variant and different each time. I mean, the games are really quick, fast. It's like 10-15 minutes and you've gone through, you know, a standard to a long game pretty easily.
Our two games didn't mirror each other at all.
No, I mean, you won the first game really quickly.
Yep.
I won this one more at a pace. And I came last in the previous game I played. So yeah, I think it's really good. I really like it. I think I'd give it a 7 out of 10. It's just good. Just go check it out.
It's a fun little game. I think people overanalyze things too much sometimes with all the gaming industry, the way things are going now. There's these lovely big reviews that you get, and people overanalyze every single aspect of it. But actually, when it comes down to it, when you just want to play a quick, light, fun game, you don't want to overthink things. You don't want things to be overcomplicated. This is it. 7 out of 10. This is good.
There you go. So we like it. We've played it a few times, and we'll probably play it now again after we've done this overview. And you, Alex? Happy to be on camera again?
Yeah.
Alright, well, thanks for watching, guys, and we'll be back with something else soon.
Wait. Also, I've got the prototype in my little treasure box.
Did you keep the prototype?
Yeah.
Oh, fair enough.
Every single card is in there.
Well, say goodbye.
Bye.